Okay, let's start with a really tough question. What if you could not just accept, but actually love everything that happens to you? I mean, everything. The good, the bad, and yeah, even the ugly. It sounds impossible, right? Well, that's the wild challenge that the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche throws down. And this radical idea didn't come from some comfy armchair in a study. No, it was forged in the fire of a life-altering illness. So let's dive into the moment that literally changed everything for him.
So picture this. It's Genoa, Italy, January 1882. Friedrich Nietzsche is there, but he's not on some grand tour. Far from it. He's recovering, just trying to get back on his feet after a brutal illness that left him completely drained, physically and mentally. But right there, under that Italian sun, something was about to shift, and I mean, in a big, big way.
And Nietzsche, being Nietzsche, captures this feeling with just incredible language. He says, with this January sun comes a liquefaction of the soul, a great spiritual thawing. Wow, you can almost feel that, can't you? It's like he's been frozen solid by sickness and despair, and now this warmth, it isn't just on his skin. It's melting away this entire old way of seeing the world, and it's making room for something brand new.
Right, so he actually called this time his Sanctus Januarius, his Holy January. But, and this is key, this wasn't about some divine miracle for him. Not at all. He saw it as a secular transfiguration, basically a profound change, a liberation that came completely from inside himself. So this wasn't just about his body getting better. Nope. This recovery sparked a whole new, powerful way of thinking about life itself. And this is where he takes a classic philosophical idea and just, well, he sets it on fire. I'm sure you've heard Descartes' famous line, "I think, therefore I am." It's very cool, very logical, a neat proof of existence. But for Nietzsche, who's literally just clawed his way back from the brink, this is not some sterile little thought experiment. It is a desperate, urgent command. I still live, I still think. I must still live, for I must still think. See the difference? For him, living and thinking aren't just facts. They're commands. They're things he has to do with every last fiber of his being. So, with all this new energy coursing through him, Nietzsche zeroes in on the big enemy he needs to conquer. And it's not a person, it's an idea. He starts to see traditional morality as this constant war against reality itself, like a fundamental bitterness towards all the hardship and messiness that just comes with being alive. He calls it a choir of resentment. What a phrase! It's that whole way of thinking that blames life for having pain and ugliness and just bad luck. It's that constant nagging wish that things were different, that life was easier or fairer, and Nietzsche just decides, right then and there, nope, I am done. I'm through with all of that. So what does he do? He declares a personal ceasefire. He makes this incredible vow to himself. I will stop fighting against the ugly parts of life. I will stop accusing reality for just being what it is. He even says he won't blame the people who do the blaming. So why? What's the logic here? Well, because to look away, to always be wishing for a different world, that's basically rejecting the raw material of your own life. And he realizes that that is the real sickness. And this whole resolution, this is what leads us to the absolute core of his breakthrough. This is the big one. He gives this newfound strength a name. It's a concept he would later call his, get this, his formula for greatness in a human being. Amor fati, two simple words. It's Latin, and it means, quite literally, a love of one's fate. But hold on, because this isn't what you think. This is not simple acceptance. It's not just quietly tolerating things. No. This is a call for an active, a passionate, an all-in kind of love for every single thing that happens to you, past, present, and future. This quote right here just nails it. It's not about gritting your teeth and just bearing what's necessary. It's a radical, almost crazy idea to actually love it, to love every single moment, no matter what it is, because it's an essential, non-negotiable part of your story. Okay, so let's put this in perspective. Think about the ancient Stoics. Great philosophy. Their goal was basically a quiet acceptance, right? A kind of passive endurance of what you can't change. Nietzsche's saying that's not enough. He's demanding something way more intense, a willed, passionate embrace. It's really the difference between a quiet sigh of resignation and a loud, joyful yes shouted at everything life throws at you, the amazing and the awful. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This sounds incredible, maybe a little nuts. But how do you actually do it? How do you live this love of fate? Well, for Nietzsche, the answer is to stop seeing yourself as a victim of your life and start seeing yourself as its artist. He says, I will become the poet of my own life. I mean, just think about that metaphor. It's so powerful. An artist, a sculptor, a painter, they don't complain about their clay or their paint. They take what they're given and they work with it to create something amazing. So the big question is, what are the raw materials when your art is your own life? Well, it's all the stuff we're taught to hate, all the stuff we're told to fight against. Necessity, suffering, pure random chance, hardship, even ugliness. But if you look at it like an artist, these things aren't flaws you need to get rid of. No way. They're the veins in the marble. They're the unique textures and colors that give a life its depth, its character, and, believe it or not, its beauty. So this whole new philosophy, this joyful wisdom, as he called it, really boils down to two big goals. Step 1, become a yes-sayer. That means you affirm everything about your existence, no exceptions, no reservations. You just say yes. And step 2, become someone who makes things beautiful. You become that artist who can take the raw, sometimes chaotic facts of your life and forge them into something meaningful, something powerful. But that brings us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? How do you really know if you've gotten there? How do you know if you've truly achieved amor fati? Well, Nietzsche gives us a final test, a mind-bending thought experiment he called the eternal recurrence, and it's designed to measure just how deep your yes to life really goes. The goal, the absolute highest state you can achieve, according to him, is to want nothing to be different. Not one thing forward, not one thing backward, not for all of eternity. It means you affirm your life so completely, so unconditionally, that you're ready to face this final, epic test. And here it is, the question that lies at the absolute heart of amor fati. Imagine that you had to live this very life, your life, over and over and over again, forever. Every single joy, every crushing heartbreak, every stupid mistake, every little triumph, all of it on an infinite loop. Could you not just, endure that? Could you actually embrace it with a joyful, booming yes? That is the incredible challenge Nietzsche leaves us with, a challenge forged in the January sun of Genoa.